This video is about to get very surgical, so stay with me. But in my last video, I talked about my issues with J. Cole. Now, once again, I do not hate J. Cole. I do not dislike J. Cole, but I've observed a lot of things over the course of his career because I've seen his career, just like I've seen Kendrick's career and Drake's career. You see what I'm saying? And we are officially in the stage of J. Cole becoming the if guy. And that's not a good look for the history books. In real time, people are going to be able to say, if J. Cole did this, if J. Cole did that, J. Cole, like, bro, the fan base of J. Cole has officially turned him into a shoulda, woulda, coulda guy, and we need to go over it. So I didn't get to dive deep enough into Port Antonio in my last video, okay? It should be obvious that J. Cole did something against his own principle by dissing Kendrick Lamar, I guess, if he's telling the truth. Whether it's he didn't believe what he was saying in the song, which is true because he loves To Pimp a Butterfly, so I don't know why he said, you know what I mean? And then claiming Kendrick fell off and all these different things. He obviously didn't believe any of these things, but he rapped them anyway, which shows you where we are when it comes to, you know, him doing what he thinks people want him to do and not doing what he really wants to do. And this continuously shows up in J. Cole's career. And I think this time it's done irreversible damage to how people will view him when it's all said and done. Port Antonio, in my opinion, is going to be the song that people remember that turned the tide for J. Cole's career as far as having respect for him as a rapper and as an artist. And I think that with the apology, right, you at least had a little bit of solidarity in your foundation where it's like, okay, he really didn't feel like it was within his heart, you know what I'm saying, to do this, and he apologized. And it's not hip-hop. It's not hip-hop. Let's make that clear. That is not hip-hop. I don't care what none of y'all say about the moral compass shit, whatever y'all be talking about. All the shit he be talking about, getting ready to smoke and all that shit, bro, that was not hip-hop, my guy. That was not hip-hop. And you showed that you are not a fan of confrontation if whoever you're confronting is above you or on your level. Because you had no issue dissing Lil Pump, Diggy Simmons, Wale, and Kanye when he was coming out of a goddamn mental health facility and a straitjacket. You had no problem dissing none of them and getting on them. But the Kanye diss wasn't too far, but the Kendrick diss was too far because you said his album was whatever. But anyway, Port Antonio is J. Cole trying to get Drake, Kendrick, and the culture happy. You see what I'm saying? Not realizing they probably pissed all three off even more. And it's because the lack of standing on your own foundation is more irritating than you dissing somebody. Like, really. I think it's more irritating for people to see that you dropped the diss track, you seen the reception, you apologize on stage, right? When you could have just, you know, I don't know. You could have done a lot of different things. But you apologized on stage, and then you turn around and drop this because people were saying you were soft. And you say things like, oh, I wouldn't have lost the battle. I would have lost the bro. Drake, you always be my guy. Like, even though Drake was getting on you and dissing you on Instagram and all types of stuff, pulling up old memes of you, and you still apologize to the dude saying you always gonna be my guy, boom, boom. Kendrick ain't never did nothing to you for real. So it was crazy to me how he couldn't even mention Kendrick in the Port Antonio song. But anyway, he just dropped a new song where he's rapping and he's still on the braggadocious, I'm the best rapper, I'm this, I'm that shit. And people do not, like, people love the rapping, but they don't respect the notion. And that is a terrible place to be in for J. Cole. You see what I'm saying? And I see a lot of his fans trying to defend him. For example, somebody said, I feel like J. Cole low-key spared people, but we'll talk about that another day. We can't talk about it. There's nothing to talk about. Because why are we talking about anything that didn't actually happen? And the fact is, J. Cole is never going to go to war with Kendrick Lamar. I know Kendrick Lamar want that smoke. Kendrick Lamar does want that smoke. If you heard Squabble Up, Man at the Garden, one of the Man at the Garden verses, he's clearly going at J. Cole and trying to probe him to come outside. J. Cole isn't going to do that. And I don't think it's because he thinks he's better than everybody. I just think he is not really confrontational and isn't really ready to go to war on that scale because there's too much on the line. Kendrick Lamar is ready to risk everything. That's the difference between him and Drake and J. Cole. Kendrick Lamar was ready to risk it all in that rap beef. They were not. You see what I'm saying? And with J. Cole, I think it was the worst. I think Drake was at least confrontational. You see what I'm saying? Now, I don't like Drake, okay? And my love for Kendrick has nothing to do with the fact that I don't like Drake. It's two separate things. It just so happened that my favorite rapper alive right now knocked out a rapper I don't like. And I don't like Drake for good reason. And one of the main reasons that's safe to say on this app is the fact that he helped change the rules of what was prominent in this culture. Like not having ghostwriters write your verse, not have all these different things. But at the very least, the guy will go to war, bro. Now, I think he's willing to go to war because he knows he has things behind the scenes he can work with and maneuver and move around. So it's more about his power in that area than it is about his skill, right? But he's at least willing to go there. You feel me? So I can respect that. And then you got Kendrick where he's willing to risk it all. He's willing to go. If Drake had 4 more diss tracks, Kendrick would have had 6. He would have been willing to tear it all down to the ground to show you, no, I'm going to war. Let's get it. Because I'm the best, and I've been telling y'all since Control. That's why I got so much respect for Kendrick, because he has a foundation, and he does not leave that foundation. He says something, he does it. He says something, he does it. When it comes to J. Cole's wishy-washy, bro. He's wishy-washy as fuck. He has no foundation underneath him when it comes to what he's trying to stand on. You see what I'm saying? And that's the reason Kendrick dominated. Because out of the 3, he's the only person who was willing to say, I don't give a fuck what these people think. I don't give a fuck whatever. I'm going right at you. Let's get it popping right now. For what? Why wait? For what? Let's go. And I think the reason Kendrick not rocking with J. Cole right now is because of the Port Antonio shit. It's like, bro, Kendrick was the one that spared you. Kendrick let you slide. Imagine if Kendrick would have still dropped a diss track on you when you apologized. You would have been out of here, bro. But he let you live. And then you turn around and do Port Antonio acting like you was the one that had this, it's just, rapping ain't about beefing. That's when I knew. You not built for this like we thought you were. You not like that, bro. You not like the guys who's ready to go to war on the principle of hip hop, being the best, competition, rapping better, like going ahead, not just getting on the song of rapping, but going toe to toe. You're not one of those guys. And you've been frauding like you were one of those guys. And for the most of his career, bro, J. Cole has been doing something that he didn't want to do, then took it back because people didn't respect him for it. And he's going to continue to do that. He's going to try to stay out the way this time, I believe. But bro, we not going to believe the braggadocious raps about you being the best. That ship has sailed, bro. You will never be back in that conversation. J. Cole fans will try to help you or whatever. In the history books, it's only one winner. And you bowed out and you apologize, bro. And that's the history of it. And no matter what you try to do to rewrite it, and it's not going to happen. And it's always going to be an if with this guy. It's always going to be an if with this guy, bro. He's officially the if, shoulda, woulda, coulda guy. And I don't even hate him. But just the way he went about it is so unfortunate, bro. It's so unfortunate. I really hope we get, I don't know, man. I know the Fallout is going to be a good album. And I'm ready to hear it. But I know it's going to be full of braggadocious raps. And it's just going to turn me off when I'm listening to it. Because I'm just like, bro, we just saw it. I'm going to leave this topic alone, bro. But thank y'all for tapping in my music. I really appreciate y'all, man. If you really rock with it, let me know, you know what I'm saying, in the comments or something like that. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. Also, if you love Brenda's Got a Baby by Tupac or Sing About Me by Kendrick Lamar, I think you will love this. A lot of people do. The comments are crazy. And I think you should go check it out. Give it a shot, bro. I think you would enjoy it. But love y'all. Appreciate y'all for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And if you haven't seen part 1 of this video, go watch part 1 right now. Thank you.